Good morning, Elle.
Good morning, Vicki. All right, so Jane ain't done yet, and
Yes, please
that
introduce
means
us.
that means Jane. Hello, Jane out there, and hello to us who are also Jane. Jane is not done with some of the things she really wants to make happen in her life, and Vicki and I were talking just before we hit record about her impending move because she just put her house up for sale in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico. And she really surprised me because she said, I'm nervous. And the first thought I had was, oh, I love that because Vicky, as wow as she is, and that is a nickname I have for her, um, is human. And it made me feel good to know that she is because sometimes I forget you're super fearless, Vicky. Great trait, but okay, you're feeling nervous. So the next thing I want to say is kind of like, why? Like, what is there to be nervous about? And that's I feel a little snarky saying that because I actually really feel there is nothing to feel nervous about, but I want to hear your version.
So when I left DC, I had the same feelings of trepidation.
Mm,
I was like, oh my
mm,
God, what am I doing? I'm leaving my kid. He's in college. Is he
mm-hmm,
going to be okay? I'm leaving friends
mm-hmm,
I've had for 30
mm,
years.
mm,
But I thought if I don't do this, will I
mm,
regret it? And if I don't
mm,
do it now, then when do I do it? Like
mm.
if not now, then when?
But you just all neatly wrap that up and
Well, there's so
hold
much
hold
more.
hold 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 on. It's it's why I think you're fearless because you can easily take yourself from the oh no and all the what ifs about what could go wrong or the perhaps problems with a decision you've taken, and you're able to see all of that and feel all of it and say hey and go to the other side
In hindsight, though,
and
but
ha ha ha
when you're
yeah
living
yeah
in it,
yeah
it
yeah
took me years to get to the point when people
mm,
think I just like, I'm moving to Mexico. It was years
mm,
in the planning
mm,
and thinking and worrying. And once I did it,
mm-hmm,
there were problems, but it
mm.
turned out to be a really good decision 4 years
Yeah, so
in.
so question,
Yes.
the things that you were asking yourself when you had made the decision to sell the house in DC, move to Mexico, and it was, oh, what about Ben? What about this? Like, did any of those things come to be a problem?
No, I sold the house that he'd grown up in, and I was worried that I would miss the house. And as soon as I sold it and moved into a cute little apartment, I was like, whew, don't have to take care of a
Mm,
house anymore.
mm.
Didn't regret it once.
And it's been like, you know, on the floor in a puddle.
No, he's great.
Doesn't go around sucking his thumb like with the attachment issues.
Maybe, but I don't
Okay.
see it. I hope not for a lot of reasons.
All right. So, all right. So here you are nervous now. So what are some of the things running through your mind?
So what happened was the house just went on the market,
Hmm.
and yesterday an
We're
agent
talking about
came
the Mexico house. Yeah.
with the Mexico house. Yeah, not we're out of DC now. Now we're in Mexico. And I've had the house for 2.5 years, and it's a
Hmm.
beautiful house, but it has its own problems, as homes in Mexico do. It's too lengthy to
Homes everywhere.
everywhere. But
Yeah.
it's just that there's a sense that there's another adventure waiting for
Mm,
me. And
mm,
that's what I have to keep my eye on when I have these
hmm,
doubts that are coming in.
mm. Yeah. And also I lived through I would say over a year long consideration of moving. And it was just like an itch that got um itchier, can one
Yeah.
say, or bigger. Yeah, because it you were leaving more and liking what you found elsewhere
Mm,
more.
true.
And I think one of the things I said about myself in a situation, and you're like, oh, is there's no surprises left, and you still want to be surprised uh,
Right.
in life with your environment or like
I
people
need
you're meeting. And
stimulation. I need,
yeah, and it's just for whatever reason, you're not finding enough of that or in the
mhm.
right proportion. So Okay, so I
Well
hear
said.
you've already like kind of moved into reminding yourself of what started this. So it's like bringing yourself back to like the reasons, and then it's like, oh, right. But like, what little nervous thoughts were you having? I actually am curious.
I'm
4:30
I'm
a.m. ones.
I'm nervous about the next place I'm going to, if that'll
Mm-hmm.
be a
Mm-hmm.
permanent or temporary place, and I've never lived there and know a few people, but do I
Mm-hmm.
take on the digital nomad life? Do I travel kind of like I did
Mm-hmm.
here, like every couple of
Mm-hmm.
months I'm gone for a month,
Mm-hmm.
doing, sightseeing, volunteering, whatever I'm doing,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or make it more of a home base? I don't know.
Yeah.
And the idea that I don't know the area
Mm-hmm.
makes me a little nervous. But when I moved to
Mm-hmm.
DC, I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
anybody.
Mm-hmm. Same with Mexico.
Yeah, I came with one friend, Becca.
Yeah, but then she didn't stay.
No, and she left. And so I had to
Yeah.
accumulate friends, and now I have a lot of friends here because it's easy to
Yeah.
make friends here.
It's easy to make. Yes, some places are, I was supposed to say it's easy anywhere. One could say yes or no to that and give examples of the varying degrees. But if you're willing
Hmm.
and you make the effort, it happens.
Yeah. And
And
that's one of my strategies is, okay, you're sitting in your apartment, no house, apartment, and you are feeling lonely and it's 5 o'clock. What do you do? And when I lived in DC, I had the same feelings. Like if Ben wasn't there, if he was at his
mm-hmm,
dad's or
mm-hmm,
whatever.
mm-hmm,
And often I would go to the local bookstore where they had a lecture
mm,
every
mm,
night, and I would just do
mm,
that. And
mm,
it would change my mood instantly.
mm. Well, okay, I want to go first just back to you. There's just a lot of I don't knows right now. And
Hmm.
it seems like then that throws you back into like, oh, I'm kind of comfortable here. Like, why am I doing this? Like little small self in the bed, like, and like, yeah, okay, like, okay, yeah, you don't know. And that's, can be scary. And at the same time, I want to say, as your friend, that one of the reasons you chose this is because you don't want to know. There is this other part of you that like gets excited by not knowing.
True.
And also just don't get so far ahead of yourself. Like don't try to answer questions that you can't answer right
I
now.
know it's a curse. It's a curse I
It's
have.
not a curse.
It's a
It's
blessing and a curse to get ahead of yourself, to project.
I think it's pretty human, and yeah, it'll take its own form.
Hmm.
And then also, we never really know. We can pretend, like, even when we think we know, things can change crazily. So also you were going to be moving to Portugal, now you're not. So I don't want people listening thinking you're a nutcase, which you are a little bit, but
A little
we
bit.
all are. Um, Mexico, Portugal, now somewhere else, and we'll reveal another time where you're going. But this idea that we know is a, a bit false, So when you're feeling like you don't know, say, well, we think we know how today's going to play out. We think we know how this week's going to play out. We think we know where we're going to be next 2 years. And
Hmm.
yes and no to that. So it's
Yeah.
like just, yeah.
Let go of the control. This is
Yes,
something I have
yes,
problems
yes,
with, and enjoy
yes.
the ride.
Yeah. And I like my new little saying is prepare and not care.
Ooh,
So
I'm going to write that down. Hold on.
so
This
it's
is
like do
every
your
conversation
part.
we have. I'm going to write that down.
So it's like do your part and then just don't care. Like give it up to like what's gonna
Hmm.
transpire because you can only control so much. Fear, what is it people say? False evidence appearing real, right? The
Mm.
acronym.
Never heard that.
So it's a little bit what you were doing with that, I don't know, right? Is applying fear to the unknown where one could as easily apply the positive, right? I'm so comfortable here. Why am I changing this up? Oh my God. I'm about to be even more comfortable. You know, we make stuff up all the time. So I always say, like, why not make up something really good?
Yeah,
And
it's
and
good.
then yeah. So and as you said, fear is also a motivator. Like don't run
Hmm.
away from it. Fear can indicate you're about to do something really great. And I always liken it to the physical because I'm really comfortable in taking risks with, you know, hiking, jumping off of cliffs and all of that. And the rewards are great, but I feel so nervous before I do it.
Yeah.
I'm less like that in my personal life. So I try to remember physically how I can, you know, my armpits can be sweating, my heart can be racing, but I'm still going to jump. And then I'm so damn glad I did. And there you have it.
Well, I do the same. I push myself because I think that if I don't, then going to look back and regret the choice.
Sex talk, like you were probably really nervous.
God, 6 weeks to prepare.
Yeah, there's where you really prepared. And then
Hmm.
at a
Wait, we
certain
can't.
point, you just do it. And
Yeah, I was not nervous the day of, like 5 minutes
oh,
before.
interesting.
Isn't that,
Okay.
yeah, you'd think I
Yeah.
would be. That would be the
Well,
most
oh
nervous.
yeah, I would have been like the before I stepped out on the stage, I would have been like,
I went second. I was so ready to get it over
mm,
with. And
yeah,
I
yeah.
had so prepared that
Mm,
I just, and you know the story, my
mm,
mic wasn't working. They came on stage, they fixed it. They keep
mm-hmm,
going. It wasn't even start
mm-hmm,
again. It was keep
mm-hmm,
going. And I just picked up where I left off because I had
yeah.
memorized the heck out of that thing.
Mm.
I was going to use a curse word and I stopped myself.
What your body just did, you went like this regarding like when things weren't going well technically at the talk.
Hmm.
You went, this is what you just did. You went like, I don't know if I told you, but it's like, I like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's
It's
like,
like,
and so,
yeah, yep. I had prepared for everything with that.
yeah, right,
Not
right.
my fault they didn't
Yes,
do the mic
yes, that's
check,
the
you
thing.
know?
That's the thing. That's that thing. So I'm loving this. So
Yeah,
have a sense of humor.
yeah.
Don't be too attached to the outcome. There's so much here. If we don't stop now, I'll keep going.
Yeah, I am excited about the unknown a little bit. Afraid and excited.
Mm,
I love my sliding doors analogy. If
yeah,
the doors slide open this way or they
yeah,
don't, you go
yeah,
that
yeah,
path.
yeah, yeah. And when you start to, I guess there's two things. Like when you start to lament, like, oh, but I might miss this, or oh, what about this? It's so hard to leave that. You know, I don't want to dismiss that part. Like, yeah, like acknowledge it and then say, ooh, like get curious about the good thing that might replace it or
Hmm.
might be different than or better than.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
Yes, Jane, it's going to
It
be
will be.
fine.
I'm in it to win it,
Yeah,
and the decision's made.
yeah.
And when I think, well, can you take it back? I don't want to take it back. I don't want to
Mm,
take the house off the
mm,
market. I don't want to stay here.
mm.
You have to put the work in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, Bella.
Tanguito. Okay, babes.
You're
Besos.
you're a wow, even when you're scared.
You're
Bye.
you're a wow. We're both wows.
Bye.
Bye.